Our last lesson, we used a simple table to hold our information. Now I'm going to have you add other elements into a table. So it's a formative assignment. It's called tables. Your I can statement is I can discover how tools within Google Docs can be used to create an informative document while understanding these tools are found in other Google apps. The apps that you were looking at, the tools all work the same throughout Google. Why use tables? Organization. I like to use them to keep things organized. It helped with the last one that we just did, made it a little bit easier. A menu bar. I want to show you the difference here because we will be talking about this. The menu bar is where it says File, Edit. All of this information is considered a menu bar. Down here, this is called our toolbar. This is where we'll find the tools, our font color, our font size, and so on. So again, that's why we're talking about those. Here's the things that you are going to be doing within the lesson. If you aren't sure what the amount is, like how many emojis do I have to put, I have a specific number, but this tells you where to get the emoji. But down here in your rubric is where it's really going to spell it out. Insert 4 emojis and 4 special characters. So that's a total of 8. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that in just a minute. Right here is always going to be the place where you can go look. Let me get to the beginning of this. For examples. And this again tells you right away how to start. Always start at the beginning. Come down here to Google Docs and open up a new Google Doc. When we go to page setup, if you're not sure, you didn't see it, it happened too fast in the video, this is a great place to come back and see things so you don't have to watch the video again. How to insert the table, how to merge cells, right down here, it is labeled for you. How to add font, how to change your cell color, how to insert an image, how to use special characters and emojis, where they're located at. Drawing, how you can use the drawing. And again, this is a little bit more in depth with the drawing, how to add the special colors with the gradients and then the word art. And you guys already did the word art with your national park. Borders, where the border width, colored, border dash is. This is all spelled out for you, how to align things. So make sure you use these resources. Don't run up to the teacher every time. Try to problem solve for yourself. So let's go to our Google Doc. First thing we're going to do is we're going to turn it landscape. I may have already done that prior to us getting here, and I have. So it's right here, landscape. Portrait is going to be more up and down. Landscape is going to be side to side. It's going to have a wider side to side. Next, I'm going to insert my table, and I'm going to go ahead and insert, 4 columns, and I'm going to come down to 10 rows. This is just a number that I gave you so you can work with this. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to merge cells together. These squares are called cells. So if I want to make this one large area right here, I've got 2 of them. I am going to right click, come down here where it says merge cells, and then it will open it up and make it one square. I can do that across the whole entire thing, merge cells. And I believe that you have to merge about 3 different areas in there. I could be wrong. I'll look it up in just a minute. Let's go down to your merge 3 different areas together. Yep, so I'm going to merge these guys. And again, this comes in handy when you want to do different things. You can merge just straight up and down like I did this one with 2. So I'm going to stop there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a new font. And I am going to write, I'm not going to write anything yet because I'm going to put the name of the new font in there. So I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to pick this one right here, just right off the bat. Everything in blue I already have, so I've just checked this. I'm going to tell it okay to add it. I might need to write it down. I'm just remembering the word M-O-N so I can spell it, M-O-N, and I want to see how it's spelled, M-O-N-T. T-S-E-R-R-T. So I labeled the font, the name of the font. Is this a real word? No, it's telling me it's not because it is got that red underline that you guys too often ignore. This would be a made-up name. Somebody made this name up. It could be their last name. Oop, I forgot the A right there. It is a real name now. Nope, no, it's not spelled wrong. So it must be a real word. I don't know what it means. You can Google it if you'd like. I'm not going to. So you've got this. I've got this at 25. I've going to make it bold. Please remember I can do these shortcuts on my keyboard. I don't have to jump up there every time I want to do it. So I've got the font labeled. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add color to 5 areas, 5 completely different areas. If I don't have enough information sometime on my toolbar, I need to click on the snowman, I call it over here, to get more, but right here is where my bucket is. The reason I'm pointing this out is because on yours, it might not show up as well as it's showing up on mine. I'm going to go in here, get my bucket tool, and I'll put that color. And again, I'm going to give some areas more, some areas less, and let's get a blue. So I've got 4 areas with color. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and insert 4 images. And I am going to go up to image. These images should be different images. You can do anything you want. I'm going to write corgi. And I think I'll grab, let's see, which one is the cutest corgi? They're all cute. Let's grab this one. Again, I can drag it and drop it into a cell of my choice, or I don't want too many corgis. Let's try pizza. Oops, look, I put corgi pizza. That's not going to work, is it? So let's write pizza, and let's just grab this. Oh, wait, if I click on this one, please remember I can always come down here and insert it. But my cursor needs to be where I want the pizza. If my cursor is not in the right box, then it's not going to go where it needs to go. All right, so there we go. We've got that. Then I'm not going to add all 4 images. You guys will. I don't want to take up all your time. We're going to do a word art. I'm actually going to move my corgi over here into that cell because I want my word art to fit down here. And I'm going to unmerge cell first because I have to fix that one. But I'm going to merge these all together. So when I already had this row merged, it didn't want to do this row. So I'm going to go into Insert, and I'm going to go to Draw, and I'm going to do New. Now this is where, again, you guys were supposed to do this for your national park. You were supposed to do word art. And I'm just going to do my last name because that's what I'm going to be working with right now. I'm going to change the font because I want it a little bit thicker. I'm going to change the border. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to have some fun with the custom gradation. I am going to click here. I'm going to do a green. Click down here. Do another color. I'm going to add a line on there because I want to add another color in there. Maybe I'm going to add this blue. So I've got that, and I'm going to, right now it's going to go up and down like that. That's how I want it to go. But remember, you can change these to radial. You could change it to a different linear. You could change it to a diagonal. But I want it to be up and down. So I'm going to say all right to this. Now I'm going to change this a little bit because I feel like it's a little bit big. Come up here where this circle is, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to rotate it. So now it's going to go up and down. Save and close, and now it's going to fit in there nicely. If this was huge on the other page, it wouldn't fit as nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in an emoji. I need to add 4 of these, but I'm not going to sit here again and do all of it, but I'm going to do a few of them. Insert emoji, and maybe I'll do this one. If I highlight this, remember it's just like font, I can enlarge the size of it. And I don't know why my stuff left the paper, but it did. See, it jumped down here. So obviously something is too large. So what I'm going to do, oops, sorry, I don't know how come I got kicked out. I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to go down and I'm going to make this Harris a little bit smaller. So when I double click on Harris, it's going to open up in the Google Drawing for me. And I'm going to select it and I'm going to shrink it down a little bit more because I don't want my page to jump down. And now I'm going to hit save and close, and you'll notice when I do that, everything fits back on the same page. All right, so I'm going to go get another emoji. Insert. So right here it is, emoji. And again, they've got a bunch of them. You know, you can do some fun ones. I'm going to do a blue heart. I'd like to see the emoji. Oh, look, it didn't work. That one maybe we don't have. So I'm going to delete that. It just came up a little square. So let's try an eyeball. There we go. And again, now when I enlarge this one, it's not going to jump the page again, because if you notice the pizza and the dog right next to it, I can sit here and click plus, 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 plus forever. I can go right in there and then I can choose a number, or I can even type in there, delete it all and type in like 100 and enlarge it that way. Remember, there's always different ways to do that. A special character, you're going to add those in here. So I'm in this purple cell now. I'm going to come down here to special character. And you might think, well, what do I need a special character for? Well, if you're writing how hot the temperature is and you want a degree sign, you could do something like, you could do the Fahrenheit, or you could simply do the circle right there. That's just the circle itself. So if I wanted to write, 101, oops, I'm in the wrong cell. See how it jumped over here? Because I was trying to move myself to the other side. 101 Celsius. Increase this. Again, I'm going to open this up and make it larger. So that's where your special characters are. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to change some border widths. So I am going to highlight this whole blue area down here. Come over here and make this about a 4. I can also change it to a border dash where it looks like that. I can also come up here and just do this area, highlight the area you want to change, make it a 2. Then I could make it the dash, but now I could also come in here and change the color of it. All right, so there's a lot of different things you can do. The other thing you can do is this alignment piece. That's really helpful when you're working with words like for a title. So I'm up here on the font's name, and I am going to come over here. Here's alignment. Again, the more I hover over something, the name will drop, and I'm going to center it. So that's how you align it. We don't ever align anything with our space bar. That is not how you align things, because it will never work out. If you have to add another word in there, it's not going to work. Just simply use the align tool. And that's about it. You're going to add 3 different areas with align, 3 different border types, 1 word art, 1 Google Drawing. I did forget to just do the drawing too, so I'm going to go back in there. So when you go and create a drawing, again, we're going to go under Insert, Drawing, and here you're going to draw. Remember, your screens are touch screen. Makes it really easy to draw. I'm going to select this scribble line, and I am going to create, let me do Control Z because it didn't do what I wanted it to do. I'm going to create a heart. I can change this line color to this red color. I can make it thicker. Again, you can play around with this. I'm going to shrink the size of this heart because I know if I have it this large, when I go to, oops, Control Z, notice how I just grabbed that 1. So I'm going to pull it all over. Now I've got it all selected as 1. Pull it in like this, and then hit Save and Close, and now it's put my artwork right in there. So you'll have 1 of those, 4 emojis, and 4 special characters. That's a total of 8. You'll have 4 different images from the internet. I only have 2. You'll find a new font and you'll put the name of it up there. You'll have merged 3 different areas. I have 1, 2, 3 over here. This one might be 4. Here's another area. You'll merge 3 different areas together, and your layout has to be landscape, and you start with a 4 by 10. Now when you look at this, it doesn't look like it's a 4. It's a 1, 2, 3, but it is a 4, because if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, you see the 4 columns. All right, make sure you turn this in. You don't need to ask me if it's correct. If you've read the rubric, you can see all your parts and pieces on here. Then your grade will be great. Remember, if it starts jumping to a different page, then you need to make things smaller. Shrink them up a little bit so they don't take up so much space and the table will stay on the page.